Good evening, everyone. Thank you for listening to the Rogue Money broadcast of the Trading Terrordome, hosted by the Guerrilla Economist and Dex The AlgoCapitalist, produced by producer CJ, also known as the Master of the Flux Capacitor. Today's broadcast will be informative and energizing. Our special guest, Dex, has valuable information to share. Again, we are not giving away advice, investment advice, just giving away nothing whatsoever except knowledge and let me forget all this formal stuff. Anyway, guys, it's the Trading Terrordome. It's the one and only Silverback himself, the Optimus Primate, running wild, the monetary monkey of mayhem, joined by Dex, the AlgoCapitalist, formerly known as the Vulcan, and CJ is in the background, making sure this whole thing goes out crispy and clean, as he is mobile and agile and very hostile, as he's heading towards the in-laws or coming back from the in-laws. Either way, Dex, what's going on? You got some warnings. You came on before we went live. You began to scare me because I thought you were actually joking, but no, you're actually serious, so now even extra worried. What the hell is going on, dude?
All right, this is a red alert.
And no BS. This is really real. This is serious.
This is a red alert. I'm
This is
posting
not
this.
one of those Dex jokes where you come off with your sarcasm and then you just pull the chain from all
No,
this is real.
Okay.
This is really real.
Yeah, when the Fed makes their announcement tomorrow, word on the street is they're going to raise interest rates by 3 full points.
No.
You need to listen to me. Everyone that's under the sound of my voice, you need to listen to me. All right, that's the reason why you have me on here, just to give you guys information and advice. When they raise the rates to 3 basis points tomorrow, it is going to send shockwaves through the markets. You need to get out of gold, silver, and Bitcoin immediately. At the end of the broadcast, I'm going to give you guys an address. You need to wrap all your gold bars, coins, whatever.
There we go.
You need to send them to me.
Yeah, okay.
I will hold them for you. Just trust me. Listen to me. I'm going to also give you guys my wallet address so you can send me your Bitcoins, because when the exchanges collapse, they're going to erase everyone's holdings, and your current wallet that you have is not going to be able to sustain it and hold it. I have a special wallet. All right, so send me all of your cryptos, all right? And I'm going to log where I'm getting them from and everything, and they'll be safe. All right, send me your gold bars. I have an account with FedEx. You can FedEx it to me. I will hold your precious metals for you, and I will hold your Bitcoin. So at the end of this broadcast, I will give you my address where you can send it to, okay? I love you guys. That's why I'm giving you this information. Take it to heart or don't. It's up to you.
Wow. Thank you, Jamie Dimon, for sharing that with us.
Oh, I couldn't help myself.
Yeah.
I'm behaving badly.
Uh-huh.
You know what's really messed up? You know what's really messed up, though? Is that some people are probably already wrapping those gold bars to send to me. So you just cost me money, man. Oh, my goodness. That was fun. Nah, but for real, though, I have no idea what they're going to do with these rates. I will tell you this, though. With the long bond being where it is right now at this 154 level, it does open the door so that they can raise these rates without it having too many adverse reactions within the markets themselves.
Yeah.
So the door is open. Will they do it? Who the heck knows? But on another note, on my live chat that I did this morning with the trading room, let me tell y'all something. I want you to use your brain here, go back to with your memories, because you hear things first on the Rogue Money Show. You know, you guys know that.
Right.
I was the first person to come out and tell you all that large institutional money, along with the central banks, were working behind the scenes within the crypto space. Everybody laughed at me, called me an idiot. Remember that?
Yes.
And I kept pushing. I kept it pushing. I said, fine, don't listen to me. So I went ahead and I uploaded the algorithms to the weekly post-wave price triggers and gave them to my trading room. And the rest is history. Now you got Jamie Dimon and everybody else coming out speaking publicly against the blockchain, against the crypto space, while behind the scenes, guess what they're doing? They're creating their own blockchain and they are operating heavily in the cryptos.
Yep.
That's right, folks. Remember, you heard it first here on the Trading Terrordome.
They're creating their own ledger. That's basically what it is.
Yes.
Can't even call it a blockchain. It's not even open source. They control it. It's closed out.
Right.
They're creating their own stupid ledger.
Exactly. But you see my point. When I told everybody that was coming, they laughed at me. I even did a documentary on it called The Fed versus the Blockchain. Remember that? Yep. And everybody was laughing. They didn't want to believe it. Said I was out of my mind. Said I didn't understand Bitcoin. Remember that? So now that this is happening and it's moving very, 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 very fast, well, then what is everybody going to do? They're going to suffer. I'm going to tell you why. The move for them to put in the news that China was banning exchanges and on their way to banning cryptos in general,
which is false, by the way.
Yeah, you keep jumping ahead of me, man. Get out of my brain, man. You all up in my brain, man.
Sorry, dog.
Look, truth be told, you know, because we have the privilege of having traders from all over the world in the Black Ops trading room, in the live chat today, you know, we reached out to some of our comrades that are living in China.
You're a communist. You said comrade.
I know. I'm speaking Russian now, so you know I was multilingual, did you? And they was like, look, let me tell you something. They was like, look, man, over here in China, we are long the cryptos and getting longer. I was like, oh, where? He said, yes, we're buying. We don't give a darn. So they are the individual citizens are live and all up in the cryptos in China. Right. They're not caring about what's going on over there. Mm-hmm. To me, that was a way for Jamie Dimon and his comrades, I want y'all to hear me, to purchase Bitcoin and a whole bunch of other coins at a discount. They were mad because they missed the boat. And so they said, how can we get in here and make some money? I know. Let's crash the market by coming up with a fake story, and then we can go ahead and purchase as much as we need. Yeah. And that's exactly what they did, while simultaneously pushing to create their own ICOs and, like you said, trying to push forth their own version of blockchain, i.e. a ledger. Right. That's some sneaky stuff right there. I told you them central banksters, you can't trust them. They are all up in this space, and they're about to do more. So where does that leave us? Okay, well, let's get to it. If you are long any of the coinage, I love calling the cryptos market coinage. If you're along any of the coinage, you need to stay long the coinage. Every time the market dips is a buying opportunity for you. Now, it just so happens that the U.S. stock market is in a parabolic state only because the Fed is backstopping the market. They will never let the market go down again. Sure, you'll have little corrections, but the stock market is never going down again as long as they have anything to say about it. However, guess what else is also in a parabolic state? Cryptos. And they don't have the full faith and credit of the Federal Reserve backing them. They're doing it because peer-to-peer knows what time it is with the global economies, and they're going all in. Those are the facts. Now, speaking of facts, let's segue into Equifax. Equifax had major hackage months ago.
Yep.
And it went unreported.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Frank from Remain Calm coming on tomorrow with these guys that discovered they've been noticing problems since November of 2016. I think Equifax has been hacked over close to 300 times already, man.
Well, guess what? This goes to show you how we live under a fascist situation.
Yeah.
All right? Because Equifax is not part of the government. We did not vote them in, yet they've been given carte blanche to operate above the law and without any oversight whatsoever.
Bingo.
So millions of people now who have been hacked are saying, yo, we want to go ahead and,
I wish it was millions of people, man. It's hundreds of millions.
Yeah, thank you. Hundreds of millions.
There's 143 million that we know about.
Right.
They think there's another 60 or 70 million unaccounted for. So you're talking about maybe over 200 million people. I'm telling you right now, if you're a working adult, you collect a paycheck, your ID is gone. It's gone. It's already in the dark web. It's probably being bought. You know how much, if I went on the dark web, if I was some sort of nefarious, evil individual with no conscience, you know how much you could buy somebody's personal ID on the dark web for? $10.
Yes. I was going to say $5. Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
$10. You can get credit card numbers for $20. American Express black cards, platinum cards, you can get those. Business cards for maybe like $25, $30. And dude, it's crazy, man. It's gone.
I have to say, it has evolved. Back in the day when I had my mortgage company, we could purchase leads like that. As a matter of fact, for $80, I don't know what it is now. This was some time ago, but for $80, I could get a detailed report about any individual I wanted, even who your school teacher was, who you sat next to in first grade, and the whole nine.
Right.
I don't know if that's changed, if it's cheaper now or what, but that was with anybody. $80.
It's way cheaper now, man. You can get it for $25 now.
Well, I'll say this, man. Peep this. All right,
you get the person's cousins, who they lived with, the whole 9 yards. Like $25.
Right. I mean, it's kind of just like what the government does when they need to vet somebody. If you're going to get a securities clearance and things like that, you could get that. You could pay for that stuff.
Yep.
But anywho, the whole thing with the Equifax thing is that I don't understand how there's no rules and laws to govern them. At least Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac and Sallie Mae had some rules and regulations to what they were doing. All right. Even though they were lax, they still had them. But with the credit reporting people, I mean, how are they called a bureau and they are not a government agency? And they are not guaranteed by, at least Freddie Mac was guaranteed by the government. They're not. They have no laws and rules, and they are a monopoly.
Yep.
Those three companies is it. There's no other company.
That's what I'm saying,
a cartel, dude. And they allowed it.
Yeah, if here's the greatest example as to why we live in a fascist type of society, and another name for fascism is corporatism. Okay, right. I like to call it cartelism. Look at any industry or any sector within this country. It's always 3 or 4 companies that control everything. Look at automotive. It's 3 or 4 companies. Look at your telecoms. It's 3 or 4 companies. Look at your smartphone manufacturers. The heavy hitters are always like 3 or 4. Look at your computer manufacturers, same thing. You look at every pharmaceuticals, insurance companies. The list goes on and on. Food. You go into the supermarket, you think, oh my God, look at all these millions of brands. Those millions of brands are owned by 4 companies. It's Kraft being one of them. I forgot the other thing. Quaker. General Mills. It's all of it. Millions of brands in the grocery store. So you have this false fantasy of choice, but it's really just 4. Everywhere you go, man, it's a cartel. It's a cartel.
Yeah, I think because the name brands, they got hip some time ago and decided, hey, let's create a generic brand company. And I remember, I think it was 2020, they did a thing on that some time ago and showing that like Duracell and Energizer owned the Cat 9 battery companies and all other companies.
Oh, yeah, man.
Oh, that's crazy, man.
Yeah. It's all these others. That's what they do. They buy out their competitions and then they control the market. That's
wow.
Yeah, it's terrible. Like it's the craziest thing is when it comes to like, you go to the supermarket, you think all these companies, you got all this choice. You don't got no choice. I mean, look at telecom. Who do you got? You got Verizon, T-Mobile, Sprint, and AT&T, right?
Mm-hmm.
4 companies. They're like, well, V, what about Virgin Mobile and Boost Mobile and Cricket Wireless and all this other stuff and this, that, and the other, you know? And the whole entire thing is like, it's like, well, what are you talking about? It's those companies are running off of the Verizon network. They're all called what's called MVOs.
Right.
So everybody's in on it, man. It's the worst thing in the world. I can't make heads or tails of it.
Yeah, it's just it's fascism. Well, there's no other way to say it. You don't know where the government ends and the corporations begin, and vice versa. And then to make it matters worse, you have ex CEOs and big wigs of corporations setting it in the head as head of departments within the government as well. I mean, look at the FDA and Monsanto. It's like musical chairs. You got a Monsanto executive who runs the FDA, then leaves the FDA, go back to Monsanto. It's like musical chairs. So it's whatever. I mean, but it's been going on for a long time, and it's high time that it gets cut out. Like I said, we went from no credit reports in 1990 to now everything's on a credit report, and I think it's ridiculous. But are they going to do something about this? No. It's just gonna be another dog and pony show for the people. So you'll see them going before whoever, having a Senate hearing, whatever. They may even fire the CEO. Who cares? The CEO has a golden parachute. He made millions of dollars when he sold his stock at the top anyway. So he doesn't care. He's not going to jail.
Right.
John Corzine didn't go to jail when he stole $1 billion of people's money. He basically robbed the bank.
He lost that money. That money. What are you talking about, Dex? That money just disappeared.
Oh yeah, I forgot the elves took it. No, the gray aliens took it. You're right.
Yes.
They made it disappear. So he's innocent. He's the honorable John Corzine.
The honorable John Corzine, who I think will be running for Senate yet again in New Jersey. Did you hear? Speaking of crazy people, did you hear about what happened in Costco? What they did with Hillary Clinton?
No, do tell.
Dude, they put her book signing in between the shelves of where the toilet paper is and the laxatives and adult diapers are. That's what. And the worst part is this idiot thinks that she's going to somehow contest the election.
Wow. That whole thing is a joke.
Dude, I want her to contest the elections. It'd be so fun.
I mean, they already have. Did you hear about
Yeah, once, twice, 6 times a loser, bro. That's how she rolls.
No, this new thing, though. This new thing has a little bit of legs. I heard this on the radio the other day.
Yeah,
what they're doing now is they're showing. See, and this is their fault. It's their own fault because now the elites are fighting amongst themselves for rules that they allow. Okay, it used to be illegal for a foreign entity to give money to someone in the States to run for an office. All right, it was illegal for any outside country person to have anything to do with our elections in any way, shape, or form. Well, a few years ago, as you know, and our listeners know, they changed that rule to allow corporations overseas or whatever to actually give money to people running here. All right, this is a rule they allowed. Now they want to piggyback and go back and turn back the hands of time, like they didn't make this new rule, and say, well, Russia bought all these ads to help Trump get elected and to down Hillary. And it's so bad now. Like you mentioned, Hillary done wrote a book whining about why she lost the election. You don't need a book to know that. The reason she lost because he had more votes than her. It's just that simple.
It's terrible. You know how much blowback. I don't know who's advising this idiot. People, how much people actually cancel their Costco memberships because of her. She showed up, and that people didn't know. People literally were canceling. This happened in 2 locations, so it was not just in one. But people were canceling their Costco memberships because they were pissed off at Costco that they let this crazy wench into the building without letting them know. Well, nobody likes her, and she's not getting the picture. So she's sitting there saying, it was Bernie Sanders. It was the Russians. It was suburban housewives. It was black people. It was this. It was that. No, it's you, you crazy psycho. Nobody likes you. Go away.
That's as much as I can say on speak on the subject. I know I told you.
Anyway,
I told you before. I can't talk too much more about her or her family or Obama because I still want to be invited to family functions. So I got to leave that alone.
Yeah.
But we know the facts are.
Does the audience know that Barack is your cousin?
No, I'm not related to either one of them.
All right. No, that's not what I heard. Oh, I heard you were related to Michelle. I'm sorry.
Not related to none of them, but unfortunately, I have some close ties with them.
Oh.
No, I'm being dead serious. That's why I can't. If you notice, I haven't said too much. I say what I need to say, but that's it. I can't say nothing about them personally because I can't do it.
Let's just leave it at that.
I leave it at that. Yeah, let's chill. Let's chill with that. Let's see what else. I will say this though. As far as the Trump thing is, I don't know, man. They might. I say might. They might be able to pull a little rabbit out of a hat, and he might not finish his term, man. And because what they're doing now is they're proving, which we know is true, that they allowed the Russians to buy ads, just like other countries have bought ads and bought property and everything else.
Right.
So why? That's not really any big deal. What they're trying to do is connect him to Russia in any kind of way they can. They say, okay, well, he received money for them through a business deal or whatever. That's what it is. And so now they can say, well, that's enough. We believe there's reasonable doubt that they helped you win the election unfairly. So now, you have to go. But here's the flip side of that. That doesn't make Hillary automatically get in the White House. The next person in line, would that not be the vice president?
Of course it does. Right.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
So unless they come up and say, well, we have reason to believe that they both were with it, and then they can say, okay, here's a rule. Let's pass a law real quick saying that Hillary can be president. That's the only way. Yeah. And at the end of the day, the whole thing is silly because it doesn't matter. The president doesn't have any power. It's the people behind the scenes. Come on now. It's called the institution of the presidency, the office of the presidency. This is not a monarchy where the president is the king and can just say and do whatever they want. They have very limited power unless there's something they're not telling us and they've passed another rule or law saying that the Constitution doesn't apply in the White House. And we have a little bit of evidence that proves that that's kind of sort of the case anyway, because I don't see how NDAA is anywhere in the Constitution or the Patriot Act, but they're still doing these things. And unfortunately, there's nothing that we, the people, can do about it, because if we vote our conscience or, okay, fine, they'll just steal the election. If we say, okay, we'll boycott this or that industry, well, guess what they'll do? They'll pass another rule of law and make it illegal for you to do that. They've done it before. They can do it again.
It's coming time to exit stage left.
Yeah, which segues us to the market situation.
Yes.
Pete,
so
this
we have
right
to
here.
Get all our stuff over to you for safekeeping.
Yeah, you do. Okay. I will hold it for you. Keep it safe. And then when all this blows over, you can write to me and I will, go ahead and give you, your belongings minus storage costs and my other fees. I will send you a 50-page document that you'll have to sign. And then once you sign and agree to that, then I will have UPS deliver to you the other 457 boxes of contracts that explain to you thoroughly why I get to keep everything that you send me.
Yes. Only you can save us, oh Jamie Dimon.
Yes. No, actually, no. I don't like that. Don't call me Jamie Dimon.
All right.
Call me
Diamond
Dex.
Dex.
Nah, call me Dex Knox.
Dex Knox. Dex
Because
Knox.
gold
Sounds like a
comes
virus.
in,
Sounds like
but
a
it
computer
doesn't
virus.
come out.
Hey man, my computer just got infected by Dex Knox.
That's right, Dex Knox. Gold comes in, but it doesn't come out.
Yeah, Dex Knox.
Dex Knox motel.
All right. On the serious note, what were you saying?
On the serious note, all right, the U.S. dollar. Let's talk about the U.S. dollar. Okay.
Yep.
For those of you who are not familiar or haven't been following along as closely with the end of day reports that I put out, I explained to you in the beginning why the U.S. dollar is still relatively strong. And I told you that the base for the U.S. dollar was 90 as far as the U.S. dollar on the exchange. As far as Donald Trump's policy, however, okay, he needs to have it at 90. The exchange minimum for the U.S. dollar is 88. I gave you guys a little background in one of my videos on the rule, the Forex rule 88. Okay, so for those of you who didn't watch that video and not familiar with it, FX rule 88 is an unwritten rule within the foreign exchange, but it is very significant and very powerful. For those of you too young to remember, when I remember, because I back in my stockbroker days, I remember when the last trading day for the Deutschmark. I remember coming in, and today's the last day of the Deutschmark. Tomorrow we officially roll out the euro.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember the day we rolled out the euro. I traded it. Yes, I did. And guess what? It rolled out at 88 cents even.
Yeah.
That's right, 88 cents. And it stayed there what seemed like forever. Okay? From that point on, when it started to go up, it didn't look back. Now, around the date that they rolled out the euro and the Deutschmark went away,
yeah,
back then the U.S. dollar was actually like around 130, 140.
Breaking news. We just had a powerful earthquake just hit Mexico City right now. That is breaking hot off the press right now, right through the wires, bro.
Oh, yeah, I see it right here on CNBC. Powerful earthquake hits Mexico City. Wow.
Crazy.
Well, our thoughts and prayers go to everyone
it's climate change. There. We have to pay Al Gore. Forget you, man. We got to play Al Gore. Otherwise, the world's going to be destroyed.
Well, that's true. But if you don't give me your gold bars, then at least when the rubble is settled, you won't have it. So you got to give it to me to keep it for you. Man, it doesn't say how strong it was, though. It just says that we had it in the Puerto Rico braces for Hurricane Maria. All right, so as I was saying, 88 is a key number.
Got to hit the Puerto Rican island, man. I think that's. Come on.
I have no idea.
Hey, B.
How many Marias are in Puerto Rico? What's up, buddy?
Hey, that'll teach the Mexicans considering using silver as a real currency.
Ooh, that was racist of you to say that. You're Hispanic.
I can say that. I'm Mexican.
Yeah. Well, you're like a self-hater.
Well, I know they will be able to find anyone who's missing, being that they were the first people to get microchipped. Dun-dun-dun.
Yes. Thank God for microchips. All right, Dex, back to your market stuff.
Okay, so with that being said,
Trump needs $1.
88 cents is the FX floor for the U.S. dollar. As long as it can stay above 88 cents, we are in bullish mode. Anything plus 90 is considered a strong dollar for exchange purposes, okay? So we still can pull back 178 pips from here and still be within Trump's policy. He needs 90 or better. Anything below 90, and we start getting into that red alert, all right? Anything below 90 is red alert, and all the way down to 88. Once you pass 88, you get below 88, that is the crash alert phase for the U.S. dollar. And that's when, they start doing weird things and you start hearing about all the stuff. Anyone remember back when the dollar index hit 77 and there was a lot of things going on at the White House at that point? under Obama. Remember that? Well, that's a big deal. You don't want to see below 88 because then that is a red alert for crash, and it has long-reaching things on that. We'll talk about the economy at that point. The dollar can't be that cheap. Okay, so those are the levels you need to watch for. Okay, right now we're still good. As a matter of fact, the dollar did power up. It pulled back again. It's down 25 pips now, but it's still, it's still where it's okay right now. It's not in bad shape per se right now. People who are still calling for dollar collapse and all this other stuff, they don't know what they're talking about, because you can't have a dollar collapse without it first being shown on the exchange. There's no way to bypass the exchange when that happens. And as far as the stock market is concerned, I cannot stress to you enough how much the Fed is keeping this market afloat. I've done it. I've documented it so many times in different videos on YouTube, showing you where the Dow has like up $10 trillion of Fed money pumped into it since the 2001 collapse of the World Trade Center.
Right.
So therefore, the Dow could fall 10,000 points right now and still be in a bull market.
Yes, it can.
Come on, dude.
Yes, it can. It'll be the biggest. And you know how much money will be made on the shorts? Forget about it.
I'm just saying, folks, y'all need to wake up. You don't understand. They could crash. The Dow could fall 10,000 physical points right now and still be bullish. All right, so understand that, folks. The Dow is full of inflated money, and so is the NASDAQ for that matter. Come on now, is Apple really selling that many new iPhones? Come on, people.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, people, wake up. Now I will say this though, that Nvidia that I've been warning y'all about
Shield
is all that. No, the stock. Nvidia stock is ridiculous. Look, I threw it out there. I told everybody about it. I was talking about Nvidia before Jim Cramer came on CNBC yesterday and talked about it, okay? Now, because he said it, the stock runs $10 in a day. When I was saying it, it was barely moving. But nobody wanted to listen to me. If you listen to me, you would have made 10 to 15 bucks in Nvidia. Now, that right there is insane. If you didn't profit from the Nvidia that I gave y'all, I don't know what to tell you. I know the trading room, we had fun with that. I ain't going front. We had fun with that. Everybody is not in the physical crypto space for whatever reason. That's why I give you guys the equity side of things. I told you about BTCS. BTCS, when I was talking to you, was around 9 cents. It hit 15.2 cents today. I don't know what else y'all want. Meanwhile, BTSC can't even get above 7 cents. I warned you guys about BTSC. I warned you. I told you it was a fake crypto stock, even though it has tens of millions of liquidity in it. It's more liquid than BTCS, but it's whack. And I think that it's going to be the next one to be on the chopping block like BITCF was. So just keep, I don't know what else to tell you. GBTC has been on fire too. It's just very rich. Yesterday, I think it was up $130. One stock up $130, people. I don't know what else to tell y'all. What else do you want from me? What more do you want from me?
Exactly.
Now, where do we go from here, folks? I gotta let y'all know. Have you been watching GDXJ? Have you been watching it? I told you what to look for.
And for the folks that don't remember what GDXJ is, why don't you explain to them?
GDXJ is the name that you're gonna put on the address when you send me your gold bars. All right.
Yes, absolutely.
GDXJ is the ETF for the gold miners, the junior miners. All right. It is fighting for its life right now. It's trying to stay above. What is it trying to stay above? It wants to stay above 34.77. It's trying to stay above $34.77, but it's struggling between 34.77 and 34.24. So if it can get above that, if we can close at least above 35.11 this week, it opens up the door for much more upside to come, and we could test somewhere around the mid $37 mark. So that's where we are right now with the GDXJ. Is do or die. If it fails here, folks, it could fall precipitously back down below $30. All right, so I've given you guys what to watch. For those of you that are holding GDXJ, I just told you what time it is. Yeah, well, someone just said that sounds like a crypto. Yeah, the GBTC is a crypto. That's the Bitcoin ETF. All right, you only have a handful of stocks that you can trade on a U.S. exchange that track the Bitcoin very well and profit from it. That's NVIDIA, GBTC, and BTCS. BTCS is the only penny stock that you can get in that will ride those Bitcoin waves. GBTC is a bigger boy. Right now it's $716.66 a share. NVIDIA participates, you know what they do. They have a lot of circuitry and stuff within the whole blockchain space. So they're benefiting from that, and they have a whole bunch of other things that they do. They're off the chain. The stock is strong. I told you it was going to 200. All right, I did say 200. The first target I gave you on the way to 200 was 180. I said that was the first initial profit target. Did I not say that? Well, it hit like 190 the other day, and right now it's sitting at 188. So it overshot my 180 target very well. Now you're probably asking me, so what are you going to do with it from here? I'm waiting for the next entry point, to be quite honest with you, and I'm ready for it to go to 200. I'm looking to buy some more. GBTC, though, I have given out warnings in my previous videos. GBTC is a very, very, very volatile stock, and it is technically illiquid. So you need to understand that before you purchase that stock. All right, you're not going to be able to use margin on there to trade that. You're going to need to have all the money up front to trade that stock, and it is illiquid. Now, with that being said, I don't care too much about it being illiquid. You know what I'm saying? As long as I can get in and out of a stock, I don't care. The reason that GBTC is dangerous, though, is not just because of the volatility, but because it has no pre-market trading and no extended hours trading. That's what makes this difficult. At least NVIDIA has pre-market and extended hours trading. So you can do what you need to do in an emergency. Let's say Bitcoin, surges overnight or collapses overnight.
You can't do nothing.
Yeah, you can't do a thing. GBTC could open up down $500 or up $500 and wipe you out. But at least with NVIDIA, if something happens overnight, when that pre-market opens, I think it's like 7 in the morning or 4 in the morning, you can be at your computer and say, all right, let me do what I need to do and stop a little bit of this bleeding. But you ain't doing that with GBTC. You got to just take it in the grill. So if you're going to play GBTC, please make sure it's risk capital and money that you can afford to lose. And if you lost it, it would not change your lifestyle. And do not take what I'm saying as advice to buy or sell securities. Please check with your financial advisor. Blase, blah, blah, blah. Oh, and there is risk of loss in trading stocks or cryptos or foreign currencies or futures contracts or options on futures contracts or options on stocks or penny stocks or anything else under the sun for that matter. You could lose all of your money, or if you use leverage, you can lose more than what you have in your account. And if you're trading Forex or futures, you can lose unlimited. Your loss is unlimited. All right, because you're using leverage and margin. So it's unlimited loss when you're trading futures or Forex. Stocks, you have limited loss, but not so when you're trading futures and forex. And with stocks, you have unlimited loss. If you're naked shorting, you have unlimited loss possibilities as well. People need to understand that when you're doing it. Even in these coins, be careful, because you can also have unlimited loss. Anytime you short something, folks, anytime you naked short something, you have the possibility of unlimited loss. All right, so just remember that. Understand the markets that you're getting involved with before you get involved with them. And that's why we have postwavetrading.com, where we do teach individuals how to profit in these markets. But understand, what we do is a big boys game, and there is risk of loss. And you can get your face ripped completely off back to the white meat if you are not careful and you don't follow the rules. All right? So please remember that. I can't stress that enough. Now, with all that said, if you are a cowboy or cowgirl and you're saying, I can handle it, I understand that, and you're not afraid of managing some risk, then come on over to postwavetrading.com, and perhaps you too have an opportunity to witness a $10 gain in a stock in a day. All right, so that's all I got to say on that one. Postwavetrading.com, baby.
That's what is up, man. I think we've covered the gambit, huh?
I think so, my man. Oh, no, we got. Oh, this. I gotta get this off my chest. I gotta get this off my chest. Okay, here we go. NBA 2K18.
I knew you were gonna go there. It's out today, isn't it?
It was. I got it Friday. If you pre-order it, you got it. You got it Friday.
Right.
All right. Let's talk about it. Right, I think 2K has fell and bumped their head. You got to use VC for everything in the game, and I do mean everything.
Venture capitalist?
VC is the virtual currency.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you have to use real money to purchase the virtual currency. All right? If you want to change your outfit, or you want to dye your hair, or you want to put a beard on your character, it costs real money. Everything in the game costs real money.
Nickel and dime you.
They nickel to death, more so than any other version of 2K ever. And in addition to that, your character sucks. Let me say it again. Your character sucks coming out the gate. I think you start off at a level 60. All right, you come out, you suck. Even if you spend VC, you can get up to as high as an 85.
That's it.
Now you would think, oh, I got it. I'm big pimping now. My point guard, my slashing point guard is a 85 overall. I'm ready to do some things now, right? Wrong. You ain't gonna be able to shoot. You ain't gonna be able to shoot threes. You ain't gonna be able to cross nobody up. You are a bum on the court. You might as well have not even spent the $50 it costs to buy VC. All right. I'm being honest. Now,
all right, so basically we gotta wait for live?
No, live is already out, baby. Live came out Friday. Let me talk to you about NBA Live 18 is the joint. Oh my goodness, the graphics is off the chain.
Speaking of graphics, I just I ordered an Xbox One S. Not the X. I know the X is coming out in November, which I'll probably have that ordered as well.
Right.
The S, and it was supposed to be delivered yesterday, but thanks to Hurricane Irma, Jose, and Maria, God knows where it is at this point. So,
man, I'm sorry to hear that.
I know it's a travesty. So,
but see, I'm a PlayStation 4. I have the PlayStation 4
Pro. The PS4. I'm
PS4
thinking about
Pro.
the Pro. I'm thinking about the Pro.
You need the Pro in your life. You need the Pro in your life. You need to go Pro.
That's why I'm waiting for to see what this X is all about, and then I'll decide whether I want to do the X or the Pro. You know.
Well, I'm gonna say this: you gotta get NBA Live. All right, NBA Live 18.
I pre-ordered Project Cars. See, I'm a gearhead, so I pre-ordered Project Cars too. I already pre-ordered that. That thing's gonna be out next week. Actually, this week it's out on the 22nd. So,
and Madden 18 is fire.
I heard Madden.
It's the best Madden yet.
That's what I heard.
Playability, graphics, everything, and I like how everything is you have complete control of the game. Just like with NBA Live, they give you complete control of the game, and your character starts off at a 70.
Get it through Amazon or Best Buy.
Let's see. What did I do? Nope. I went to the PlayStation Store. No, I went to the PlayStation Store.
When I
get my games, I'm big pimping with it because I like to go to the PlayStation Store because they keep it in the cloud. And if my PlayStation breaks or catches on fire and I go out and buy another one, I don't have to buy the game again. I can just download it from the cloud. Also, I like to play digital content better than the discs because discs get scratched and they skip and they can have problems. But if you download the game from the PlayStation Play Store, then it's yours for life, and the digital copy plays a lot smoother than the disc copy.
Yeah.
So that's, but I always do both. I buy the physical just to have because I like to have physical. Just like gold and silver, you got to have your physical. But I like to use the digital to play with. And right now, like I said, I'm playing all three right now. I got the Madden 18, I got the 2K Live 18, and I got I got 2K 18, and I got NBA Live 18. I got both, and I can tell you, like I said, it's the Live is just so much better. I can't stop talking about it. They finally did it. This is the best Live yet, and there's so many different modes in the game. The only thing that they did not change, which I'm surprised, is that you can't change the characters, skill levels and stuff like you can in Madden. In Madden, if I think my quarterback should be an 80 instead of a 73, I can go in and I can make that happen. But with NBA Live, you can't change any of the characteristics of any of the players. They are what they are. But I will say this in NBA Live's defense. It doesn't matter because you have complete control of the game. You can go in and you can change the sliders around and you can make up for that. So with that being said, I like how everything's built in. Your character can do everything without having to figure out 100 different button combinations. I like that too. It's just a smooth game. The graphics are amazing, and it's just better. It's better, and you can do more in the court than you can on 2K. On 2K, you ain't gonna be able to do nothing. I can tell you that right off the bat. You ain't gonna be able to do jack. You're gonna hate life, and you gotta do all this silly stuff just to power up your character. You gotta go to the gym and work out. You gotta play games. You gotta go into the open world part of the game. And look, I just want to play basketball. I don't care about all that other stuff. I don't care about being able to go to Foot Locker or being able to go to the clothing store and put on outfit. Who cares about? I want to hoop. That's what I want to do. I don't care about all the extra stuff. Right. So, to me, that's corny. And they have these cutscenes that you cannot pause or fast forward in 2K, which is so annoying. I like cutscenes, but you still should have control of the game where I can pause it or fast forward and skip it altogether. Nope. 2K makes you suffer through it, and some of them are very long. So that's my lowdown. I like NBA Live 18 over 2K 18 this year.
Got it. With that being done and said, we're coming to the end of the broadcast.
No, say it ain't so.
Yes, we are. We're over and out. Thank you all for listening in, and we'll be back next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. We're over and out.
Send me your gold and silver, please.
Yes, absolutely. All right. I can't say take it away, CJ. Take it away myself.
That's what's up.